Sean Payton, who I guess, thought he was rolling to the Super Bowl and that he's one of the chosen ones. He's a genius as far as head coach, did not pull the right genius strings in that game.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly, Rob Parker, considering that all for the last, 9 days, anyone was talking about was, hey, no Bo Nix, could be a problem for the Denver Broncos, not for Sean Payton. Sean Payton's like, no, we got nothing but confidence in Stiddy. Jarrett Stidham's going to do what he has to do. We're going to win this game. Our fans are going to have plenty of time to relax before the Super Bowl. Well, lo and behold, Sunday afternoon against the vaunted New England Patriots defense, outside of maybe a drive and a half, Jarrett Stidham and that Broncos offense did not a damn thing, right? They didn't get inside the New England 20 for 2.5 quarters. Okay? They had just 32 net yards of offense in the second half to go along with 1 first down. And a lot of it came down to a single play call, 4th and 1, about 8 minutes left in the second quarter. They're up 7-0. Jarrett Stidham got him down inside the red zone. Had a chance to go up 10-0 if they take the field goal instead. Calls a play action. Stidham incomplete. The rest is history. Here's Sean Payton talking about that controversial decision after the game.
Just felt like, man, we had momentum to get up 14. It felt like we had a good call. Where were we at yard line wise there?
Around 20.
Yeah, I think the feeling was, man, let's be aggressive. To get up 14, I was just watching the way our defense was playing.
Poppycock, boulder dash, dumb coaching, plain and simple. You got a backup quarterback who hadn't thrown a pass since the Louisiana Purchase. What's the difference between 10-0 and 14-0? It's 2 scores. It's still 2 scores. Come on, dude. You know the bad weather's coming. You want to have some momentum? You score on your first 2 drives with a rookie, with a backup quarterback at home. The crowd's into it. After you gave up that scoring opportunity, you didn't score again. Think about that. What are you doing? Sean Payton. Genius my ass.
Oh, that was funny. That was super. Yeah, that was
no, because
like Karen and Ken.
Because that's Sean Payton. Oh, you hear people talk about him all the time. Sean Payton is this. Sean Payton is that. Oh, look what he did. He threw Russell Wilson out, and now look where he is. He's going to the Super Bowl, and he's done this and done that. No, he blew his opportunity. He let his team down. If you're a Broncos fan, I would be pissed. Why not take the points? We're going to get into this later this week with these coaches and not taking
Dude, I've been screaming it
all
season.
The Rams could have taken points. Ben Johnson and the Bears could have taken points, and they would have wound up winning that game against the Rams if they took points early in that game. Dude, but Sean Payton, I'm sorry. I keep telling you. Everybody makes it like he's this genius, and him and Mike McCarthy are the same guy. Go look at it. Google it. Go look at their stats, their winning percentage. They both won 1 Super Bowl. Go look. He's still living off that onside kick for the second half of the Super Bowl. Is that what we living on? Still? That's it. Is that what we are? I'm sorry. He blew it. Bad coaching. And sometimes a lot of people say, well, it's the players who determine it. You know what? Sometimes it's bad coaching, and that was bad coaching.
That was bad coaching, and especially, Rob, when you look at the circumstances. I tell you all the time, it's circumstantial, situational football. You know you have a backup who hasn't played in 2 years. You knew the situation.
You knew the weather.
You knew the weather was coming. And for you to have a chance with that defense to go up 10-0 in the second quarter, How do you not take that? You take the points, you're up 10-0, back up, and your defense is going crazy at home, your crowd's going crazy, and you have an opportunity to put all the pressure on the number 1 seed, the Patriots. They're supposed to win this. They've got an MVP candidate. They've been the best team in the conference, and the pressure is solely on them to have to score twice. And mind you, you're going to get the ball back, and you have an opportunity to put up more. So that's a massive missed opportunity. And I don't know why teams insist on doing this. Week in, week out, I come next to you and I say, hey, I know Dan Campbell is the Lions coach, but I don't like what he's been doing. You nickname him Dan Campbell Gamble, and I've agreed with you. Like, well, I don't understand why he's going for that. I'll tell you stuff off air just because maybe it's not big enough to make a full conversation on our show. But I say, hey, did you watch that one game? Why don't teams take the points? We've had this conversation on and off air. I'm genuinely confused at these teams leaving points when it matters in the postseason. If it's week 6, okay, fine. It's a blowout. It's a team. Hey, they're going to score a bunch of points. We got it. Neither one of these teams have scored a bunch of points. With Stidham, and you knew you weren't going to score a bunch. And mind you, the Patriots have been historically low. Teams that have won despite how few points they scored in the postseason. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. So I'm blown away at Sean Payton, knowing exactly who you have. And the schematics also of, did you want to muster up a couple of plays, a couple more screen plays, a couple more trick play here or there to try to create some points? That's what he's supposed to be good at. That's what he's known for. So I thought we would get more of those, trying to muster up some points for his backup quarterback. But that ended up being massively huge. You go up 10-0 on this team. You knew what else was coming, Rob? You knew a random mistake was coming from Stidham.
Of course.
You knew a turnover was coming. You knew a freak-out play where he overreacts and throws the ball and it's a fumble. So I was grossly disappointed in Sean Payton not taking the points. When you had a chance to go up 2 scores on the number 1 seed in your conference, you're at home, crowd's going crazy, defense is playing amazing, and put all the pressure squarely on Drake May, who had not been that great this postseason, by the way. Drake May has been sacked 15 times, got a handful of turnovers. It's not like he's throwing a bunch of touchdowns. Drake May hasn't been spectacular, and you would have put all the pressure on him. So I was disappointed in that play call because you had a chance to prop your team up for a great opportunity to stumble into the Super Bowl.
But that wasn't even a second guess, like after the fact. That was a first guess. Am I right? You're watching that game? Didn't you go, what? Like
the Bears didn't do it too. You mentioned last week.
Like what?
I don't know why teams it's weird about. It's like teams don't like points nowadays.
But teams are still losing by 3 points or 2 points. Or I don't even understand it. Like you're still losing. To me, it's about scores. In that game, it was about score. It's about 2 scores, making it a 2-score game. That would have just said the Patriots need 2 touchdowns, which guess what? They didn't get 2 touchdowns in the game. That's what they needed to beat you, but they didn't even get 2 touchdowns.
And let's go back to that Buffalo Bills-Broncos game. When they decide 22 seconds left to go for it, fumble, what did the Broncos get? Easy 3. Oh, shoot, thank you. We didn't think we were getting the ball back. And that turned out to be huge, that field goal that the Bills would give up to the Broncos.
Because the Bills were going nowhere. Like there was no time, no timeouts. It was just, what are you doing?
It was so unnecessary. And so to me, you'd almost want to learn from that, like how 3 points can be costly or be favorable in your instance. You're the Broncos, what it was for you last week. Those 3 points cost you. The Bears went for it and didn't get it last week. I just don't understand. It's the playoffs. You know how points are hard to come by. They matter. Each possession matters. Each play matters. And the idea that you would just not take them with a backup quarterback. And again, rarely can you point to a play, and say, because it's a long game, right? You can say, hey, they muffed the punt, and that's why the Rams lost. No, Matthew Stafford could have scored on that play, or maybe a play here or there. If they can get a stop on 3rd down, which they didn't get many, then maybe it's a different game. You can't. It's often not one play. That is the one time you can say that play, those 9 points changed a lot. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.